Hello and welcome to our episode of FinTech Focus TV with me, Toby. Today I am here at the Excel at FinTech Connect, and it's my great pleasure to introduce you to Mike. How are you?
Oh, nice to meet you. It's great to be here. It's really appreciated.
No, not at all. Look, you came over and I'm loving the fact we've been able to squeeze you in today. It's a big event, a great day so far. You're here and speaking to the good and great of the FinTech world.
Yeah.
Mike, we're going to talk a little bit about what you're doing, and I know you're very heavily into the UI, UX and design world. Lots happening in that sort of space at the moment, and a really important part of the industry, I think, as well.
Yep.
I want to talk about your evolution from software design or software business to a product business. Lots of things to involve around there as well. But before we do that, give us a little bit of background to yourself and the business.
Okay. So we started as a software development company in 2016, and we saw the evolution of the whole industry. Because when we started, the frameworks and the coding was just all around the corner. And we saw that how it's becoming more important not just to lay out the software, but to make a usable software. Basically, instead of having the goal as making a software, it became a tool for a business goal to create a great product that actually people will use by the end of the day. So that's how our narrative shifted, and also how we gather more knowledge about the UX and UI. And right now we are very enthusiastic about this part, especially in the Web3 space, because we tapped into the Web3 space in 2018.
Yeah.
I co-founded a couple of startups in the space, and I exited from a few ones as well. And we saw that most of them was successful because the user experience was very seamless.
Yeah.
So my third startup, which I exited from 2020, well, it became super popular because it was very usable.
Yeah.
And that's where I decided that we really need to shift in this towards. So basically, we started working with the biggest brands like Polkadot, BitGet, CoinDesk, the guys. We are hosting events together, and also we are mentoring with them. So we are partner of different kind of mentorships and working directly with the products, not just the early stage ones, but the ones that already have something on the market, existing product, and they would like to extend their product development as well. And we are helping them with the full cycle. So how it works, like, we not just step into and say, okay, give us the specification. That's not us. We say that, okay, let's look at it from the angle that we can start with the market research, we lay out the user persona. We start creating a wireframe for you, then we design it. So to say, 70% of planning and 30% of implementation. That's what we do.
Fantastic. And that's a really interesting journey that you say there. So a couple of startups within the Web3 world.
Yes.
And you see this sort of issue from your thing and why you were successful.
Yeah.
So we can do this to help other businesses there. You talked about some big names that you've got yourself as clients.
Yes.
Talk to me about that sort of thing. Why are companies like Polkadot adopting your business?
Basically, they saw that there's a big need for UX. Like when I first get in touch with Polkadot, that was 4 years ago, when they asked me to be a mentor 2 times at their hackathons. And we already started these discussions. It was really the grassroots of Polkadot when, they started about focusing the infrastructure layer and laying out the first products in the ecosystem. And I was saying that, okay, guys, and also from a mentor's perspective and also from a judge's perspective of the hackathon, I said, okay, these are very nice and cool products, but who will use them? So I started pitching already that, okay, guys, we need to do solutions for problems, not solutions that are looking for problems. This is a big problem in the industry. So they said, okay, Mike, that makes a lot of sense. So we started going back and forth, and we did a lot of stuff together. And then it became that right now we are working with the UX Bounty directly. So for instance, we just finished UX consulting for Subscan, for example. And also recently, like 2 weeks ago, they asked us to be a mentor at Velocity Labs because there were 5 finalists from more than 70 companies that they chose, and we are one of the mentors. There are only 5 companies in the world that are mentoring this project, so we are one of them.
Very cool.
And basically, we are thinking about creating more things together. Like we are also crossing these dots to each other. Like as I mentioned to you, we hosted events in BitGet in London as well. and the next one will be held in Warsaw next week. And we are also cooperating Polkadot there as well, because there will be panelists who are coming from the Polkadot side as well, because we are co-hosting the event with BitGet. So it's the Saturnia Design BitGet event together. This is the third edition this year.
Amazing. Absolutely. And I want to talk about this thing where the evolution of your business came from.
Yeah.
So I think it's become a lot more commonplace now. But maybe 5-6 years ago, the whole word of pivoting was a dirty word in this industry.
Yes, absolutely.
So you sort of moved, as you say, from a software business to a product business. It makes absolute sense. But was there any reticence from you about making that sort of move?
Let me take a step back. Sure. I graduated originally as a scientist focusing on machine learning.
Yeah.
So I saw the same evolution that everybody is back and forth about AI nowadays.
Ahead of the game.
Yes, and I was graduating about it, and I say, okay, that's fine. There are a lot of things that now we call AI. I saw while I was doing it at university.
Yeah, it's just got a cool badge on it now, right?
Absolutely, yes. We are basically reframing a lot of things, and that's fine. That's fine, because it should reach a consumer level at a point. So I'm not criticizing it, but it's interesting to see. So I always saw it from an engineering perspective. That what are the grassroots of the industry, and how can we solve these problems? That's why we shifted, because I was always asking, okay, what is your problem that we are solving, dear customer? And that's how we differentiated ourselves. And we saw that the clients came with the specification because that was the knowledge that they say, okay, we have some kind of understanding, and it was so new that it doesn't really matter what they are developing, they just developed, and it was fine. But since the evolution came and a lot of people started adopting new experience, and a lot of researches and studies has been done around the space, there's a lot of institutional partners that we also educated our people from them. We saw that, okay, we should shift our focus as well. And one story that just pops in my mind, when we had a very big project, it was an international project between, we were working across the US, Saudi and Europe with 5 different teams, and we were managing it as a system integrator. That was back in the days as a software developer. But what was very different from the other parts, that as you go western, everybody was already focusing on, okay, how will this product be used by the end customer? And as you go west, how everybody was focusing on the software code and the architecture. So there's also a big divide between the parts of the world, how they see it. So it's really interesting how the market is dividing itself naturally, we can say.
Love it. So if we look ahead to 2026 and think about the business and where you're heading, what's exciting, tell us what we can expect to see from your company.
We would like to have more brand awareness around the UX space. So we started a couple of conversations which are under disclosure right now, but big names we are talking to have kind of hackathons together, workshops together worldwide in different parts of the world, in different continents. So we would like to spread the word about it, why UX is important, because we are really enthusiastic about it. And we would like to make it understandable for everyone that what is UX, how can you adopt UX, and why is it good for you instead of making it bad? Because a lot of people still say that, okay, this is a cost that I don't want to pay because it won't help me, but that's not true. You are saving a lot of costs if you are thinking ahead. That's what we try to educate the market with. So basically, we try to create an educational hub for around us and ourselves, and that's basically 2026's biggest goal, to have some
spreading the UX gospel.
Yes.
Sounds great. Awesome. So pleased you've come on the show.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. We will see you soon on the next episode of FinTech Focus TV. Thanks a lot.